This is task 1H part 3, and we're going to have a look at how we can add the data from the subform, which is about the new pitch allocations, to the pitch allocation table. If you recall, this data is being stored temporarily in a table called new pitch allocation, and it's got most of the data in there that we need. It has also got a new booking ID, but that's not the booking ID we're going to use. We're going to use the booking ID from here, number 11. Now that means that booking ID number 11 must exist in the booking table. Because it doesn't at the moment, I'm going to run the update query for the append booking. So I'm going to append that booking now, and it will put booking number 11 into the booking table. And that means that we will now be able to append data to the pitch allocation table that will link to booking ID 11. So we're going to create a new append query again. We're going to go to query design, and this time our data is going to come from three sources. The booking ID is going to come from the form, most of the data is going to come from the new pitch allocation table, but we also need the price, the current price of the pitch type, to come from the pitch type table. And that's one of the reasons you created the relationship before between new pitch allocation and pitch type. So let's have a look at some of the basic data that we're going to be doing, and we'll set up the append query. So here we go, append, and we're going to append to the pitch allocation table. Now the first field that we're going to choose is going to be new pitch allocation ID. And might need to make this a little bit wider in order to see everything. So there we go, new pitch allocation ID, and I'm going to append that to the pitch allocation ID in the proper pitch allocation table. And then we're going to go through doing that with the rest of the fields. So we'll take the next one, which will be the quantity, the new quantity, and we'll append that to the quantity field. And we'll do the same for children and adults. So we'll do new adults, and we'll append that to the new adults field. And then we'll do the same for new children. So there it is. And we'll append that to the children field. The price charge we'll deal with in a bit, and the booking ID we'll deal with in a bit. But we'll just do the pitch type as well, because that will have been chosen from that drop down box. So we'll do the pitch type, and we'll allocate that to the pitch type ID field. So this is the basic data that is coming from here: pitch type ID, the quantity, the adults, the children, okay, the primary key new pitch allocation ID. We're going to pull that through now from the new pitch allocation table, and let's have a look at what it looks like. So there it is. That's just picking it up from the new pitch allocation table. We're not going to add it to the new pitch allocation, the original pitch allocation table yet. Right, we'll do that once we've got all the data. It's about time I save this one, so I'm going to call this query append pitch allocation. Okay, the next thing we need to look at then are the two other fields. So we'll look at them in order of ease. So we'll start off with the one for price charged, and we're going to get that from the current price field of the current price of the pitch type. So whatever the current price of the pitch type, it will take that value and put it into the price charged field. Finally, we're going to have a look at the booking ID, and we need to get that from our form. So if you remember how we did that before, we created a new temporary field, so new booking ID. I'm just going to put the letters QRY in front of it just to avoid any confusion anywhere. And we're going to say that this is going to come from forms. The form that it will come from will be the new booking form. And the field that we want to pick up from there is new booking ID. I put something in wrong, so we'll just have a look and see exactly what it is, and it's the exclamation mark missing there. Okay, and we need to allocate that to the booking ID. So that's all the fields now accounted for. Let's just have a view of that before we run it. It's picking up all the data we need, it's picking up the current price, and it's coming up with a funny symbol for this booking ID. That's fine, that's just a quirk with Access where it doesn't actually show us the data properly. So what we'll do now is we'll run that query. So I'll click on run and make sure that our new booking form is open. And we've got this again, duplicate output destination price charge. So we'll just have a look and see where I've made that mistake. So I've got my price charged here and I seem to have chosen it for new children. So there we go. It's good to see these mistakes and how to fix them. So we'll click on run. It says you're about to append 2 rows. Right, that's good. We know that's right. So we'll click on yes. Now let's have a look at that pitch allocation table. It should have the data from here plus the price plus the booking ID. Let's have a look. There it is. Number 40 and 41 is what it's added. There's the prices and there's the booking ID. Booking ID number 11. So that's brilliant. It's added that data for us. So that's the next part of this done, where we've been able to add that data to the pitch allocation table. I'm just going to delete that for completeness, or you can just leave it in there. In fact, it doesn't actually matter at this stage. What we can't do is use this same booking again. We'll have to now move on to booking ID 12 if we don't delete it.